Goldfish.
Goldfish.
Goo.
Yes! Yes!
We have a very exciting guest joining us today, singer, songwriter, producer, and panelist on The Masked Singer, Robin Thicke.
Yes!
Hercules.
Yes!
Hercules.
Yes.
Woo! You guys have been on for so many seasons. How is this season different than the previous ones?
They get rid of the things that don't work as well, and they keep all the stuff that does work, and these theme nights have become so much fun. And then they've asked me to perform more often on the show, and Rita perform, and Ken even performed. You know, I'm just Ken from the Barbie movie. So every year we trim the fat and we keep the best stuff, and it just, you know, it's always a blast to go to work. You know, very lucky.
How do you even prepare for when you have to guess celebrities? Like, what's the most ridiculous guess that you've heard on there?
Well, the good thing about me is I don't do any preparation.
Okay.
Yeah, the only preparation is TV shows I watched in the 90s, apparently. But no, I mean, that's what's great about the balance of the four panelists is that Jenny is the pop culture guru. You know, she has a podcast. She's constantly up to date on all popular culture. So she has a little more information when it comes to figuring out who these celebrities. I don't know who owns a dolphin charity or, you know, has 12 children. You know what I mean? So I go on the voice, I go on the body language, I go on the story, and if I can connect something to their careers. But, you know, Jenny always is the hardest to beat because she knows the most about pop culture.
What are some of the most absurd guesses?
I guessed Shaun White, and it was Lil Wayne. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
and I have
close.
like 6 songs with Lil Wayne. And
Stop.
Literally, I have 6 records with Lil Wayne, and did not even recognize him. But he was a robot. He couldn't move like little. It was a little robot. I didn't know what was going on.
Wait, did you not recognize his voice though?
No, I did not. There was only one performance. Maybe I would have got in on a second performance. But,
Oh, he left early.
But it was all skateboard. It was all this information about Lil Wayne to try to throw you off, like the rock and roll stuff he likes, and so I'm thinking, okay, Shaun White, skateboards, surfer, you know. But it was Lil Wayne.
Sometimes the costumes too can throw off a voice. If they look a certain way, you can't really maybe connect that they sound a different way.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the brilliance of the format of the show, is that you think you're. I was so sure one time that it was Weird Al Yankovic. I was 100% sure. Weird Al Yankovic got up from the table. And it was, I don't know, it was like Bob Saget or something. You know?
It was also Lil Wayne again.
It was Lil Wayne again, yeah.
Do you ever know who a celebrity is as soon as they start singing, or do you wait for the clues?
No, there have been a handful where as soon as I know the voice, I hear the voice, it's so recognizable probably because I'm a huge fan and bought their albums and stuff, like Busta Rhymes. It didn't take more than a few lines for me to know that was Busta.
What was the most memorable performance on The Masked Singer?
You know what, still to this day, it's just hard because of all the emotions running around the end of season 1. Gladys Knight was in the final, and Donny Osmond was in the final, and then T-Pain won. And I remember going home that night after finishing the finale, and my father, who was in television, you know, rest in peace, I remember thinking to myself, my dad would have loved this show. He would have TiVo'd every episode and never missed one, and that's when I felt like it was going to be a big success, was after we did the finale.
Did you ever feel like it was T-Pain?
He fooled all 4 of us. Not one of us guessed T-Pain. So he won the award and he fooled the whole panel, which is kind of unheard of. I don't know if anybody since then has fooled the whole panel on
and
the finale.
fooled the country.
Yeah.
And also, we didn't know he could sing. You know, auto-tune is meant to correct a bad singer.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's actually good.
A great singer. Yeah, a great singer.
Do you have any cool projects coming up in 2025?
I'm actually very excited. I haven't released an album in a few years. My kids are all settled in school, and the Masked Singer's doing so well, and so I've really been able to focus on music. You know, and also our house burned down in the Malibu fire 6 years ago. So we had to rebuild. We were on the road for 4 years, you know, living in different places. So it's finally been nice to feel like at home again, and I've been able to focus on my music. So I'm really excited about releasing my new album this year. So actually I've just been in the studio every day just grinding right now trying to finish it.
Awesome.
Hell yeah, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Well, we love your music here, so
Thank
we're
you very
really
much.
excited.
We're excited.
To hear it.
Robin, thank you so much for talking to us.
My pleasure, Rob. Thanks for having me.
Do you want to stick around and maybe play a little game?
Sure.
We'd love
I'm
that.
up for games.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
Woo!
Today we will be playing The Masked Singer Charades.
Woo!
Yes.
Thank you. And actually, thank you. Robin and Rob will be a team, and Amanda and I will be a team.
Rob.
Rob and Amanda will pick a past contestant of the show out of a hat, and will have to get me or Robin to guess it without using any sounds. Whichever team gets through all 3 of their guesses the fastest wins. You'll be guessing the costume for this, but if you also know the celebrity, you will get a bonus point.
Ooh, I love bonuses.
Yes.
Isn't this good?
And everybody remember, Strawberry Shortcake was AJ Mashaka.
Well, that's not one of them, but thank you. Cleopatra.
Grass. You can't guess. I'm not on your team. Sir, you can't
Oh, I
guess. Sir,
thought
sir.
you could.
Candelabra.
Respectfully, the body of I'm eating
Cleopatra.
grass.
Wasn't the first
dinosaur.
rule you
Emperor's
can't make
New
sounds?
Groove. Emperor's
Oh,
New
Yes.
llama.
Is it-
llama.
Yes.
She's breaking the
Oh,
rule.
no, but
Isn't
I'm-
rule number 1 you can't make
You know
any
it's
sound?
bad
I
when
thought
Robin
grunting
has to
would have
call
been.
you out
No,
on
you know
this.
what?
No.
I'm not very
Questionable.
smart. I need all the help I can
That's true.
get.
I'm still gonna give it to us.
Unicorn.
Yes.
Oh.
You're so good.
You're
Oh
not,
my
you're not
God.
allowed to
I
keep
remember
going.
this
Oh.
because I knew her as a teenager. We were Tori Spelling.
Oh.
I remember unicorn.
I'm a hound dog and I'm a
You gotta
detective.
stop talking. You gotta stop talking.
Well, how the F am I supposed to do this?
Charades. Sherlock Hound. Sherlock.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember that one.
Okay.
Oh, we should have goldfish.
Yes.
That's a goldfish.
That was Vanessa Hudgens.
We are killing it.
Wait, really?
Right?
That's
She
a really
was
cute
Vanessa.
costume.
Goldfish.
Goldfish.
Axolotl.
Flower. Keep helping me. Help me. You would know.
Okay.
I feel like this has to be
giving
a goldfish.
fish. I mean-
Okay, every time my
Oh.
sister goes out to the bar, they think she's a certain ethnicity. Russian. They think she's Russian. And she
Russian
looks like a
doll.
doll.
Russian doll.
Yes.
Hanson.
Wait, that was your
Hanson,
Russian
they were-
doll?
All right.
Hanson.
Yeah.
That was wild.
That was your
Oh yeah,
Russian
Hanson.
doll.
They were Hanson.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I get Russian
yeah.
doll now.
Yes. Yes.
Broccoli.
Broccoli.
You know who this is, Robin.
Robin, you know
Oh,
who
like
this
there
is.
was a blob. It was a blob monster. Goo.
Yes!
Goo.
Who was it, Steve? It
That
wasn't
makes
Steve-O,
sense.
was it?
That was a really good impression
No.
of Goo, I gotta say.
Yeah,
That
Thank
was
you.
really
That was
good.
like
Okay,
acting
so
class
Goo was
101.
my favorite last
Be
season.
Goo.
Robin and Rob obviously won.
Woo!
Yes, we did.
We have a little something for you.
Okay. Yay!
Yeah!
Thank you so much.
And read
Oh,
it. It says,
I'd like to thank my trainer.
it says the reality check. If you, it didn't quite fit. I made this. The Mass Reality Check Singer Charades Champion. So,
They told me there wouldn't be Spanish.
yeah, no, that's.
Okay.
I did
Robin,
that.
where are you gonna put it?
I think in my car.
Awesome.
In your car, yes. That's
Yes.
incredible. We're so happy.
Thank you
Please
for having me.
remember to check out new episodes of The Masked Singer on Wednesdays at 8, 7 Central and the next day on Hulu.
If you want one of these, hard work.
Hard work.
That's right.
In Fox's new show, Extracted, competitors must survive grueling conditions in the Canadian wilderness. One of the first things they must do is build a shelter. Today's Big Money Challenge is inspired by the show. Full disclosure, I did not sleep well last night, so you two will have 2 minutes to work together to build a shelter for me to comfortably fall asleep in. Understood?
Totally.
We
If-
knew you didn't get much sleep.
Okay.
We
If-
said it when you walked in today.
Yeah.
We were
If
like,
you're-
oh, she didn't get much sleep.
If you're successful, you'll both get 10 Katie bucks. That's a lot. I need to sleep. Okay, so that might be a
Get
good
that
thing.
away from
No,
me.
That might be a good thing for, a shelter.
we're
to go
building the
over.
shelter and we're choosing not to make it comfortable for you, all right?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is your bottom sheet.
Yeah.
This is your middle sheet.
And
Okay.
then watch.
Oh my God.
One goes in that hole and one on this hole.
So you just built me a bed? What if you put a sheet over this?
Well, that's not what we did.
I'd be down for her to make us a shelter.
Yeah, that's fine.
How much time do we have? We have some time for me to nap, right? Okay, good. Okay, good.
Hey,
Where am I?
remember to check out new episodes. You're good there. Remember to check out new episodes of Extracted Mondays on Fox at 8, 7 Central and the next day on Hulu.
Neither one of you noticed that I didn't give you your 10 Katie bucks
dang
at the
it.
end of the Big Money Challenge where you built a shelter. Do you want to know why?
Why,
Yes.
Katie?
It's because you did not do a good job. I will be taking these. We don't have a Katie piggy bank, but I will be using this plant.
Pause.
And I'm very
This
excited
system,
about it.
I don't like this financial system. When we actually get something, you give us like 1 or 2, and then you just gave the plant 20.
20. This is the Katie piggy bank from now on, and I got 20 Katie bucks. And I hope I get more. Excellent.
I think she just needs more validation in her real life because
I'm
she's
not gonna
trying to
give
get
her
it on
that.
the show with fake dollars she made up.
It's not fake dollars. They're Katie bucks. They're very real. Watch yourself. Rob, I'm going to say that you did a lot more for the shelter.
This is true.
Rob, you're the winner. You're the winner because you actually tried.
I did
No,
actually
I
try.
did try.
No, you held the stick.
Everybody's trying looks different, and I don't think it's fair to judge.
Now it is time for Unfiltered Thoughts.
Okay, I'll go
Amanda,
first.
go first.
Hi, everybody. When I was first asked to build a shelter, I thought they were using my talents completely wrong. I believe that I am mainly meant to stay at home and watch the shows rather than participate in any of them. And I think being an audience is one of the most valuable things you can do because Fox puts on, all these shows to have an audience.
All right.
Don't you have a timer?
Yeah,
you're supposed to-
sorry, I blacked out.
Oh my God.
Excellent. Rob,
Hey, Unfiltered Thoughts. So if we were on Extracted, I still am down with the plan that we are touching the button and you are in the wilderness. Because, girl, you asked us to do it and you ended up having to make your own shelter.
I know.
You
I'm
would do
very
pretty well.
resourceful.
Yeah.
I would survive a zombie apocalypse. I would
Well,
just
also
become
you-
a zombie because it's the easiest route. There's nothing wrong with zombies.
You would choose zombie?
I would choose zombie almost immediately.
Wait, that's
I would go
crazy.
outside. I would get eaten, bitten, whatever it is.
You
and
would
I'd
voluntarily,
transform.
you would want to be,
Absolutely.
you would want to be zombie zero.
And then I'd be queen of the zombies. Anyway, that's our show. Amanda, take it away.
Thank you so much for watching Reality Check. We love seeing you every week.
Like, share, subscribe, my crown, so you don't miss anything. And check out the rest of our videos. We got a lot of them. They're on Fox TV's YouTube channel today.
We'll leave you with our clip of the week.
What would you guys be the ruler of if you got to be like a Greek god or goddess? What would you rule?
The god of good hair.
Yeah. See, mine is kind of similar. I would be the ruler of artificial hair.
I would probably be like God Demeter. Like she's like the goddess of fertility.
It's true. Creation is one of the most beautiful things.
Nick, maybe you should be the god of fertility, actually.
Zing! Zings upon thee.